So let's just do this for shits and giggles. I got kicked off of Twitter probably like, I don't know, right before COVID, because I was shitting on LeBron James and Obama. And then it was like my third time or whatever the fuck. So when I was trying to get my Twitter shit back, they wouldn't let me. I was trying to use different accounts, but whatever. I don't give a fuck about that shit. But so when I came in when I got to the gym today, and now I live in Milwaukee, but I go to this gym in Tulsa, and Tulsa is like a suburb of Milwaukee, and this gym is predominantly Caucasian people. So the two girls at the front desk that I know, when I came in, it's like, come to the front desk. I'm like, for what? So we want to ask you something. So they was taking a poll. Again, remember I just told you the community that visits this gym. We're taking a poll on who's winning the battle between Kendrick and Drake. And I, of course, I said Kendrick whooping his ass. So then at the end of the night, when I left, I was like, who won? What did, and like, they was asking everybody. So when I left, I was like, so who won? And they was like, Kendrick did. And then the one girl was mad because she's a fan of Drake. But just listen. Drake, I don't know who in your camp told you this was a good idea. I know people trying to say the shit was close. That shit wasn't even close. That boy kicked your ass. That boy kicked your ass as if somebody was kicking cans, a duck. That boy was kicking, he kicked your ass as if a motherfucker spent the whole day in a football stadium practicing kicking extra points. That nigga kicked your red ass so bad that it looked like a baboon ass when he got through kicking you. You supposed to be the illest nigga in the city? Kendrick didn't like that shit. And then when you think about the songs, to me the coldest song out of all those songs that was made was Euphoria. And I'm not a big weed smoker or drinker, but I want to smoke some weed so bad. Or get drunk and listen to Euphoria. But if I do, I know I gotta have somebody, around me, because I don't know what the fuck gonna happen. That nigga was dancing. For people who smoke or get high and drunk or whatever, and even if you don't, just just put Euphoria and just be in the house by yourself or in your car by yourself. That nigga was dancing on that motherfucking song like a motherfucker. I ain't never seen nobody dance on a beat like that. Did you like this? And the crazy shit is, people try to say that, oh, well, Kendrick sometimes his music and the shit that he says goes over people's heads. So in all actuality, Euphoria was dumbed down like a motherfucker. And when that nigga told Drake, this shit was hard. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. He said, when I see you on stage with Sexy Red, he didn't say he see. He said, I bet you see two bad bitches. That's summer. You don't even like women? You probably pop at. This nigga is telling Drake that when he's on the stage with women, that he think he a bad bitch. He ain't no man, none of that shit. This bitch thinks she bad to me. She thinks she can dance better than me. I'm finna outdo this bitch. Nigga, you need to be more careful who you pick up in grocery stores more often. Don't throw that up here. Nigga, that nigga kicked your mother. And then you got the audacity to try to do a last record. Then you start crying at the end of that motherfucker. Ain't no crying in battle rap. Then you try to use the same thing he said about you on here. Oh, I got your phone tap. Nigga, if you could have that nigga phone tap, you should have known this nigga was cooking up to kick your motherfucking ass. That dog Kendrick kicked your ass across the street. That nigga kicked your ass so bad that you got holes in your jeans. You better not, from now on, you better not make another rap song. Everything you do better be singing. You better not rap a Christmas gift, nigga. That nigga murdered the shit out of you. That shit was sad. That shit wasn't close. And again, Euphoria was so motherfucking hard. That's to me, that's the best song out of all. That nigga said, you put a cease and desist on that Like That record. What, you didn't like that record? He said back to back, I like that record. Oh, don't worry, I'll get back to that record. You bitch ass nigga. Nigga, you might pop at. This nigga is calling you a bitch. He was calling you a bitch the whole time. You know how disrespectful it is to say to another man that when he see you and you with a woman that you in competition with that woman, you ain't in competition with no niggas. You really not. He was nigga. He was tap dancing on you for Michael Jackson, Billie Jean kick your leg up on for your forehead. The shit started off cool. Okay, I think these niggas finna fight. Then that shit turned into Roy Jones and Montel Griffin. He was kicking your motherfucking ass, and then on a technicality, he got disqualified for hitting you too hard after the bell had run on. So then everybody was like, yeah, Drake busting his ass. And then the next fight, this nigga knocked you into the ropes and had you face down with your ass up. Nigga, this nigga whooped your motherfucking ass. And I'll take a double burger with cheese, nigga. What the come on, Kendrick. That shit was some die-by. And I ain't never really been a big fan of Kendrick because some of his music is hard to listen to because you got to try to figure all that shit out. But from this day forward, nigga, you got a fan, and hey, I don't give a fuck what you put out, nigga. You can put out a flute album like Andre 3000. I'm listening to that shit because that you just killed somebody. Well, you want to see a dead body, and then he did that pedophile shit, nigga. This nigga, I know why you stopped rapping, Drake. This nigga had your house up on the internet, nigga, with like 9 pedophiles living in that motherfucker. And then your best thing to rebuttal that is that, we set him up when I told him that, well, if you set him up with the 11-year-old daughter, nigga, why didn't you give a name and an address? Take it all away. If you really set him up, you ain't set shit up, nigga. Yeah, you tried to say, then you tried to call him a manipulator. And you got his phone tap again. Nigga, if you had that nigga phone tap, you should have seen all and heard all this shit coming in. You ain't have shit tap. Only thing they got tapped was that ass. That nigga beat the shit out of you. You should never, ever. And J. Cole, I don't think J. Cole didn't get involved because he was scared. Not at all. He had to talk. Kendrick called that nigga like, listen, dog, this shit I'm about to do is deeper than rap. You want some of this? No. I don't know why you out here fucking with these people. Get your ass in this car. But no, Drake wanted to be, I'm just going to tuck my shit in. Yeah, and look what happened, nigga. This both our bike, you bitch ass nigga. This dog, it's over. Y'all go back and just listen to the song. Then when they meet the Grams, nigga, who writes a letter to a nigga whole family in a battle rap disc and talked to everybody and told them literally, basically he was telling, all he did was saying your son ain't shit. Nigga, Canada has had a rough 2 or 3 years. First, Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter leave Canada, Tory shit. You should have took a page from Tory book. When the motherfucker was finna kick his ass, he shot the motherfucker in the foot. You should have shot Kendrick in the foot. But you want to be tough. That nigga kicked your ass so motherfucking hard, nigga, you got him. This nigga kicked your ass, you probably tasting shoe polish. Nigga, he kicked your ass so motherfucking hard, his foot probably hanging out your mouth. Drake, stop all this bullshit, nigga. Stick to R&B and love songs. This rap shit ain't for you. Not with real rappers.